Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new concept in C++ operator overloading. We'll understand this concept in a very simple way. So first we'll understand what is the meaning to overload the operators. Suppose we have two values here. I'm writing here. Suppose we have two values 10 plus 20. So easily we know 30 will be the answer. Let's suppose if I am initializing these values inside the variable like n1 is equals to 10 and n2 is equals to 20, and now I am adding them n1 plus n2. Again we know the answer will be same. So we know that n1 and n2, if we are giving the values inside the simple variable, answer will be the simple addition. We know if directly we are adding, answer will be the simple addition, means the plus additional operator, the addition operator which we know in C double plus is defined for this purpose. But again, if we want to add two objects, we suppose here n1 and n2 as two objects. This n1 and n2 are not normal variable. If suppose they are objects, then how to add them? This is not defined in C double plus compiler. So that is why we will redefine the meaning of this plus operator for our compiler and inside the program. It is not for the whole life of compiler, it will not sustain. We will define in our program and will be ended after the program, this definition, because inside the compiler this definition is not there. So this redefining process of the operator is called operator overloading. So we learn here how to overload or redefine the operator's meaning. We'll understand this by an example. Suppose we have two bags. These bags are, let's suppose, N1 and N2. Fine. So suppose the bag N1 is full of 10 copies and the bag N2 is full of 20 copies. And we are telling someone to add the two bags. So in general life, we understand adding the two bags means creating a new bag with the content of the bag N1 and the bag N2. We understand the new bag is required where the full content from the N1 and the N2 will be filled up. So this is the basic funda actually over here in the part of objects also. Objects also contain some value. N1 contains some value, N2 object contains some value. But adding the objects means creating a new object with the value of N1 and N2, and total value will be inside the third object. So this how to implement by operator overloading we'll learn in a program in a simple example. So let us start by the program. So let us first include our hash file, that is our IO stream, input output stream. Then we will include namespace, that is a group of names. We know that. We include namespace to avoid the conflict of name. Again, I am repeating because that namespace is not at all a header file. It is a group of name. It is a feature of C++ where different names are stored in different groups. And std is a group where cout and cin functions are there. So including them globally means we are allowing ourselves to directly use cout and cin in our program without the use of scope resolution operator. This is the main function, including them in the global part. Now, next we'll create a class. Let us give a name number. Means our class name is number. Inside the class now, we are going to initialize or declare, not initialize exactly, we'll declare a data member. So let us declare the data member private. Private means only inside the same class it will be accessed, or friend function can also access, that we will see in the later lectures. Okay, class number is here. Now we will define a private specifier, and inside that we write our member, that is value, let us take. Okay, so this value is our data member. Fine. Inside that we will see some uh, member function also is required. Member function is definitely required. The first of all, our first member function will be our constructor. So always keep constructor as public, because in outside the class constructor is called when object is created. So the access specifier is public. It is a must for the constructor. Okay. So this is a constructor. Let us write over here inside the comment part. Constructor. And now we define a constructor's name is always will be the class name, same as the class name. So our class name is number, same as the name we will write the constructor name, and here inside we will write parameterized constructor we are creating. So let us initialize the value by 0. Okay. And inside the constructor we are writing over here that value whenever it will be passed will be v, whatever value will be passed. And if it is passed, the value will be v. If it is not passed, any value is not passed, then it will be 0. Constructor is created to just avoid the conflict of garbage value. Whenever the objects created in the memory, the compiler seeks for the we can say data, but if it is not getting the data at the same time, then it will be taken garbage values place. So to avoid this, we use this 0 concept, that means constructors concept. So constructor will be called automatically and will initialize the value by whatever value we will give, to avoid the garbage value. So mostly we use 0 to avoid the calculations mistakes and all. So we here also we have given this will work also as a default constructor also. So 0 default also is a 0 value, and if we are writing the parameter 0, that means also a 0 value only. Okay. So this is our constructor ended. Now we will start operator overloading. So here we are starting operator overloading. So for that, operator overloading means defining the new value to the operator. We want to define a new value to the operator. So what is the syntax? First of all, our class name will come. This is our class. Class name means the return type of the function over here. Our syntax first I am writing here is the return type. Return type. Okay. Then will be the operator keyword. This is a must operator keyword, and then will be our sign, whatever operator we want to, and then here the function will be called, means passed value, passing value. This is our syntax actually. So this, by this syntax we will write return type means the object return type is class. So our functions return type will be also our class, that is our number class. Operator is a keyword which must to be written. Plus is the symbol, means the symbol which we want to overload, and here the value which we want to pass to the poly function. So how to write this? First you see. Okay. So we are going to start. Here our class name is number. Number is our class. Then I said that operator keyword must be written OP E R A T O R. This operator keyword is a must. We are overloading the plus operator, and then here our class is number class, and inside that an object is passed over here. This is the syntax. Inside that we are opening our this calling overloaded member function, and we will create a third object here, that is temp, the third bag where we'll fill the copies of bag 1 and bag 2. So this temp is created now, and then now we'll write temp dot value, means the first value which will be passed, first arguments value, that value we have written our member function, this value. This is our data member. So this data member's value values value, actually the name is also value and we want to change the value, that to be assigned by the new value. How? Value plus the object will be n, suppose, and then value. This is the thing. Means whatever temp value, means this value, whatever is the value, please change it by how to change? The old value plus n dot value plus new value. Okay, then temp will be returned. Okay, so this is how we have closed our function. Next will be our display function. So we'll write display just to print the value, whatever changes have been done we want to see. So we have to call this function. Inside that we will write cout value is equals to value is equals to endl. Whatever value is there will come over here. Next we'll start our main function, and inside the main function only execution starts from here only, we know. So here now we will create the objects. Number is our class, so n1 object first we have created and we are just passing the value over here 10. Object's value is passed. Then the next object n2 we are creating over here and value we are passing 20. Okay, and one more object result is created over here, because if we'll not create the object, the function which is throwing the object should not be caught by the normal data member or normal variable. It is there, means I want to say, suppose we are throwing object, the object should be there to catch the value. So that is why result object is created. It will catch the value which is thrown by this return temp, because temp is also an object. So temp will throw obviously an object. An object should be there to catch the object. That is why this result is not a normal value, normal data. It is a result object. Okay, so after that we'll write, we will call now. What to be called? We will call the operator overloading this function, number operator plus number and number value. So this how it will work when we will call. The calling strategy is totally different over here. We will not call this dot function or this dot object dot member function. No, the calling strategy is we will pass the objects directly n1 plus n2. This is the calling strategy. It means here, no, don't think that n1 and n2 are being added. Here it means that n1 object is calling the plus overloaded function by passing the argument n2. n1 is calling, n1 is the object, fine, it is calling. Plus means the function which is being called, and here n2 means the value which has been passed to call the function. This is the strategy, but we are writing n1 plus n2, so some people misunderstand that n1 and n2 are being added. No, n1 is calling the plus overloaded function by passing the argument n2. Again I am repeating here, n1, suppose this is written like this in the background, n1 is calling the plus operator function by passing the argument n2. This is happening over here actually. N1 is as an object, it is used to call the plus overloaded function by passing the argument n2, but by the rule we write the protocol is n1 plus n2. Directly we will write n1 plus n2. And now after the calling, the past value will be n2 over here, operator function called, addition will be done, the value will be changed, our data member's value is value, that will be changed to 30, and this 30 this temp object is throwing the value, this temp object is there na to change the value. Okay, it has been changed. The temp is throwing the value to the result object. Again, the object is throwing and object is catching only. Fine, the result caught the temp's value, whatever the value had been sent, the object has been sent. Now this to be printed. So printing, for printing we have created a function, so that will be called by the object only. This is our object result, and the result is going to call our function display. Okay, and then closed. Now int main, so we have to return something, we are returning it, and then we are closing it. Let us match the brackets once. Okay, this bracket, this is our class started, this value is for constructor, this is for our member function, overloaded function, this is for our display function. Okay, and this main function is ended, and main class, our main class has not been ended. Display function, here we have to end our class also. Okay, class ended and main function ended over here, we have closed this. Fine, let us run the code. Errors are coming, result dot display. Okay, here colon we have used, syntax error. Let us correct and run the code. Where is the error? 35 curly braces, line number 35. Okay, extra braces, it was hidden. This is the value 30 is showing over here. That means both the objects have been added up with the values inside them. We have defined the plus operator, that plus can also add the objects. Okay, apart from normal addition, it can also add object if the operator will be overloaded like this, and we can overload any basic operator, arithmetical operator like this. I hope you understand the concept. Thank you.